Hey K-pop fans, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another round of K-pop updates. Don't take anything personally, this video is based on my opinions only. So let's get started. Bring K-popcorn cause today we're diving straight into the wildest Mama week in history. And trust me, nothing about this Mama award was normal. So let's jump right into it. Mama week was supposed to be glamorous, exciting, full of red carpets, fan cams, and flexing stages. But no. The week opened with an actual tragedy. A massive high-rise fire broke out in Hong Kong, killing multiple people and injuring dozens. It wasn't a small fire. It wasn't contained. It was a citywide emergency. The entire internet instantly assumed, okay, Mama is definitely canceled. Because obviously, how do you host a music festival while a whole city is grieving? Turns out, Mama said, oh, that's sad. Anyway, they announced the show was still happening. People were furious. Show some respect. The venue is 20 minutes from the tragedy. Cancel this immediately. Even some celebrities backed out quietly. But Mama? They doubled down with, we will proceed with a solemn tone. Translation, too much money to lose. Not happening. And this was just the opening disaster. So I start with BABYMONSTER, because these girls carried the ceremony on their backs twice. Night 1, full member performance, smooth vocals, live stability, all good. Night 2, only Ayeon, Rora, and Farida showed up for a special golden stage from K-pop Demon Hunters. The anticipation was insane. Rehearsal clips alone were going viral like it was the Olympics. And then the actual performance dropped, and the internet said, let the Hunger Games begin. Ahyeon's high notes? Half the internet. She ate. The other half? She got eaten. Some people were dramatic like, she ruined the ending. Others were like, y'all just hate confidence. And honestly, it wasn't even the performance. The audio system was fighting for its life, and Ayeon was literally battling her mic like it owed her money. But wait, another girl group had to tiptoe around disaster too. Okay, now this part had me actually wheezing because only the Mama Awards would have idols censoring themselves in real time like they're doing a PG-13 live stream. So MEOVV were scheduled to perform Burning Up, cute, fun, normal, except a literal fire incident happened right before the event. So now imagine, the stage is set, the music starts, fans are screaming, and the girls are supposed to yell burning up while the venue is still trending for actual flames. The timing was so bad it felt scripted, and instead of risking headlines like girl group sings about fire during a fire or Mama messed up again, the girls switched their lyrics live on stage. Burning up magically became turning up instantly. Perfectly synced. Not a single member broke character. Like, the way they collectively said, we are not getting canceled tonight, deserves an award of its own. I swear that was the fastest crisis management moment in Mama history. But the adjustments didn't end there. Because GIDL walked in like, hold our mic. They performed Good Thing, which usually comes with the lyric, good thing, the signature thumbs up, and this confident, playful attitude. But because of the fire incident? Oh no. They stripped the whole good thing part out. They removed the line, they removed the gesture, they removed the vibe. Suddenly the song went from, I'm feeling good, to, let's just not cause problems today. Even the choreo shifted. The iconic thumbs up was replaced with this neutral little fist, like they were pledging allegiance to common sense and safety protocols. Honestly, watching idols edit themselves mid-performance was insane. It was like watching a live K-pop version of We Do Not Claim Any Negative Energy, and standing ovation to their professionalism, because that level of last-minute damage control is next-level impressive. And if you thought that was the only adjustment, girl, no. Listen, I don't know who cursed the Mama sound system this year, but those microphones were fighting for their lives. For real. I've heard clearer audio in a cheap Noré bang at 3 a.m. with drunk people screaming Love Dive. From the moment the show started, fans knew something was wrong. The speakers sounded like they were underwater, the mics were either too loud, too soft, or just spiritually unavailable. Idols were literally performing and troubleshooting at the same time. Ayeon, she wasn't singing, she was wrestling her mic like it owed her rent money. Jihoon, he smacked his microphone on his knee so hard mid-performance that people thought it was part of the choreo. And then, the saddest jump scare of the night, Super Junior, the legends, the icons, the industry seniors, finally come back to Mama after years. You'd think Mnet would give them at least one working mic out of respect. Nope. They walked into a battlefield of echoing audio, fading vocals, and feedback so loud it could summon ghosts. You could see the frustration behind their smiles. It was like, wow, so this is the gratitude we get after 20 years in the industry. And just when you think the audio team is done embarrassing idols, the camera crew enters the chat. I'm convinced the cameramen were interns on day one because the way they were missing every iconic moment felt intentional. Main dancer, camera cuts to the ceiling, centered during the killing part, camera pans to the audience. Dance break, camera zooms into someone's earlobe. It was so bad that fan sites, actual fans in the crowd holding DSLRs, ended up capturing better footage than the broadcast team. At one point, the cameraman literally zoomed into the wrong member for an entire chorus, and I swear I heard half the fandom scream globally at the same time. Minette really said, "We won't give you crisp audio or clean camera angles, but we will give you chaos." But the biggest mess of the night wasn't even technical. It was emotional. Now let's talk about one of the most emotional and instantly controversial moments of the night, ENHYPEN's Daesang speech. They won the Visa Fans' Choice Award, and honestly, it was huge. You could see it on their faces. The shock, the gratitude, the OMG, we actually did that energy. Everyone was clapping, cheering, tearing up. It was this wholesome moment that felt like a warm hug after the night's chaos. And then Jungwon said the line that broke the internet in half. "Thank you to Bangsy Hyuk PD Neem for treating us as humans, not products." The entire fandom timeline froze for a good 5 seconds. Then boom, comments everywhere. People were like, "Be so for real right now. Who wrote this script? This sounds like PR damage control, not a thank you speech." And look, the timing couldn't have been more controversial. HYBE is already drowning in scandals, lawsuits, and allegations about idol treatment, so that one line felt like someone dropped a match into a room full of gasoline. Some took it as a heartfelt compliment. Others took it as the most unintentionally ironic line in award show history. You could literally watch the debate ignite in real time. Let them express gratitude. It's their moment. Why mention HYBE during a fans award? This is reputation CPR disguised as a speech. The moment that should have been a clean tearjerker suddenly turned into one of the night's most heated arguments. And honestly, it overshadowed the win more than it should have, because the boys genuinely looked emotional. But online people were too busy dissecting Jungwon's vocabulary like it was a political statement. And if you think that was spicy, we're just getting started. G-Dragon came back to the Mama stage with a 15-minute set. Live audience screaming. Online audience typing with violence. People dragged the lack of live singing, the heavy AR vocals, and his awkward moments during Heartbreaker. Then G-Dragon himself commented a thumbs down emoji under Mama's video of his stage. Some fans think he was disappointed in himself. Others think he was calling out Minette for terrible audio. Either way, Korea has not stopped arguing about this man for 48 hours straight, and now the moment that broke everyone's heart. Now let's talk about one moment that genuinely broke my heart a little, and honestly exposed a big problem with how award shows treat mid-tier groups. P1 Harmony didn't get invited to Mama this year, at all. Not as performers, not as presenters, nothing. And then Kiho, my emotional support leader, posted those messages. He didn't name drop anyone, he didn't rant, he didn't drag Mama, but the disappointment was loud. He wrote things like, "We should have been there. Why didn't they invite us? Duh," is a masterpiece. And the tone? You could feel how much he wanted that stage. Not for clout, but because P1 Harmony actually had a solid year. Good music, stable promotions, rising fandom, viral moments, and still, they got overlooked. The frustration wasn't just from him. Fans were raging online. Why ignore groups that actually work their way up? They deserve to perform way more than some groups who got invited. Stop gatekeeping Mama like it's a private club. And honestly, I agree. Award shows like Mama claim to celebrate all of K-pop, but then they ignore half the industry unless they're from the Big Four or have massive chart numbers. Kiho's reaction exposed just how discouraging that can feel. You spend a whole year grinding, doing concerts, dropping music, building a steady fan base, and then the biggest year-end stage pretends you don't exist. It wasn't angry, it wasn't messy, it wasn't unprofessional, it was just sad. A leader quietly saying, "We worked hard, we wanted to be acknowledged." And that hits way deeper than any scandal this year. But let's move to one of the sweetest moments of the night. Now let's cleanse our palates with someone who single-handedly restored humanity for a moment, Rize's Anton. While everyone else was battling chaotic mics, weird camera angles, fan wars, and backstage drama, Anton walked in like the world's politest K-pop prince. He removed all his accessories, literally stripped down his styling just to avoid looking flashy during a tragic moment. He wore a black ribbon to honor the Hong Kong fire victims, and then he prepared an entire speech in Cantonese so he could show respect to the local audience. Like, who raised this man? Disney? Fans were melting online saying things like, "Protect him at all costs." Anton is the definition of class. He understood the assignment and the context. And honestly, while half the idols didn't even know where the cameras were because Minette was playing hide and seek, Anton out here behaving like a diplomat. He didn't have to go that hard, but he did, and it showed. Okay, time for the most controversial award of the night. Stray Kids won Album of the Year for Karma. Congrats to them. But the internet exploded instantly. People questioned its domestic charting. Others said the award felt like attendance-based scoring. Some were like, "I've never heard this album in my life." Then Stays clapped back with receipts, streams, sales, records. That comment section looked like a battlefield. Now let's get to the fun part, the winners list plus chaos recap. All Mama winners, Daesang's Artist of the Year, G-Dragon Song of the Year, ENHYPEN Fans Choice of the Year, Rosé and Bruno Mars, APT. Fans Choice Awards, ENHYPEN, Rise, BABYMONSTER, IVE, Stray Kids, Hearts to Hearts, Zero Bassioni, aespa, Idol, EXO Baekhyun, 17, Red Velvet Irene, IU, Illit, BTS Jin, G-Dragon, ITZY, Lee Seraphim, NCT Dream, Twice Best New Artist, Cordis, Hearts to Hearts, Favorite Groups, IVE, Female, Boy Next Door, Male. But we still need to talk about the performance that left the internet divided. The OST Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters basically turned Mama into a movie premiere. BABYMONSTER took the stage. Ayeon carried the high notes. The audience went silent. The internet went violent. Half calling it iconic, half calling it chaotic. But everyone was talking about it. No other stage this year caused this level of polarization. And that, my friends, was the most chaotic, unpredictable, audio-cursed Mama Week in history. From BABYMONSTER's polarizing high notes to G-Dragon versus the internet to Stray Kids versus Chart Police to Kehoe breaking hearts to net-battling microphones, K-pop never sleeps, and neither do the scandals. Drop your thoughts below.